Mark, RPM Tesla. We've got a brand new product for Tesla owners, specifically Model S and X long range owner. Look at this great carbon fiber kit. This kit is going to allow you to cover up all of this brown wood. We took this piece off a door panel. It's going to allow you to completely cover up this brown wood that many owners don't like. This is the dashboard piece, which we're making in real carbon fiber. And this is the cup holder piece from the back seat. So we've taken the liberty of just removing some of them just to show you how it works. Everything is the correct direction. We notice a lot of our competitors sell something similar that's not out of real 3M 2080 film. And it also doesn't have the correct directional lines, which is lower right to upper left. Everything in our pattern is consistent. The dashboard, the door panels, the cup holders for the front and the back seat. These are the pieces that go over the back seat in the C-pillar. Anyway, this is it. We're going to make this out of many materials. We're going to make it out of white satin. We're going to make it out of white carbon fiber. We know the matrix is going to be very popular. And we just wanted to show you how this works and to give you an example of how easy it is to wrap some small pieces of plastic. It's not hard. So first of all, we'll just give you a little more overview. This is the dashboard. So notice this piece here. This is the bezel where you have your instrument cluster right behind this area. And this is this piece. And look how this folds over and rolls over. So this will completely hide the wood. It runs all the way across and it stops behind the display in your car. Then this piece right here picks up where that left off. So this goes right from here behind the display, wraps completely over, covers it all up. So that's all it takes. You just peel it, stick it. We give you the squeegee. We're going to show you how to do that part next. And that would wrap the whole dashboard. Same thing with the center console pieces and the cup holders. It's very, 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 very simple. So let's show you for an example of what it would entail. A lot of people might be apprehensive about buying something like this. So let's get the right one off. So this here is the front door panel piece. And this is the passenger side or the driver's side. So let's see here. You can peel them off. You can put them back down. Let's see here. This one here. So don't worry. You can touch them a little bit. This isn't a wet installation. It's very simple. We're going to give you the squeegee. We're going to explain how to do it. But watch how easy this is. You take the end. You put it right in the corner like this. You hold it tight. You wrap it slightly around the edge. And you get it close to the metal. Or we call this a chrome plated plastic edge. So let me put it over here on the white area for you. So now you just take this edge, you lift it up, you adjust it, you make sure it's fitting right over and right around. I mean, this is how easy it is. Look, I'm right against the aluminum, and then you lift it up and you just hold it while you're sitting on the ground outside the car. Just put it just like this. Use your finger to make sure you're not on the chrome. And we'll give you a nice squeegee. So this is how easy vinyl wrapping products are. You're going to keep going like that all the way across. And it's going to look great. So you want to keep going like this. I'm holding a little tighter this time. Down, down, down. All the way across, right on the chrome edge. And at the end here, I'm going upward. So I'm giving a little bit of a pull, a little bit of a stretch, because you want to make sure you make it right to the end, perfect. So now I've got this piece on, and you can see there's a little bit of tension in it. And then you just take your hand or your squeegee, force it down slowly around the edge at the bottom of the door panel. And again, all this is going to be installed in the car. Don't think you have to take anything apart, because you don't. So again, we're going to go piece by piece, but we wanted to show you here outside what it's like.
Lift it up, reposition it if you need to, right around the bottom, just like this. And you can see here, you're going to go right like that. You're going to give it a little more of a stretch, and all the way down to the bottom like this. So now I'm just using my finger. If you get a little wrinkle in it like this, don't worry. You can easily pull up any creases or wrinkles or fingers and then push it right out. So again, this is 3M 2080 vinyl wrap. It has air trap release channels in it. You don't have to worry about getting any kind of air bubbles from heat. You just want to make sure you squeegee it out. So we're going to show you all about squeegeeing when we get in the car and start doing everything. But you're going to make sure you squeegee over it to push all the air out. You don't want air channels to expand. So doesn't that look nice? Semi-gloss or satin finish, 3M 2080 carbon fiber vinyl. It'll last for years. It's guaranteed in sunlight, etc., etc. Anyway, so we're going to go over all the edges and we're going to put this piece back in just to show you how easily the door panels come off. Thanks again. Now we're going to move on to step 2, installation of the whole car. Okay, we shot this whole video in the car, and now we're doing a little narration. The number one thing is to clean all the surfaces. Rubbing alcohol. You have to use something strong to clean all the surfaces so there's no issues with the bonding of the adhesive to the wood finish. So please, please, please clean everything. Clean it very nicely. Scrub it. Make sure there's no oils, no additives, nothing sticking. Everything has to be completely dry, free of grease, Armor All, anything that might inhibit the vinyl from sticking and holding. As you can see, we're starting off with the sliding drawer piece, or the top sliding piece. This is the easiest piece. You'll have the greatest success and you'll become most familiar with the product by starting with this nice flat square piece. It's a rectangle piece, and again, you're just going to be laying it down like this after you square the corners up, and then you're going to use a squeegee. Now the squeegee, a soft squeegee or a hard squeegee, it doesn't make a difference. Just push the air out. Sometimes people don't push the air out, and you can get air bubbles if direct sunlight is shining through your window on this surface. So please push all the air out. Overlap the squeegee over and over and over. You have to get all of the air out. This is something that needs to be done with the air trap release channels, as that's what they're intended for, and they're underneath. They're on the bottom side. So after you do that and you press it all down and you tuck the lip underneath the wireless charging pad area, clean the next area, clean the rails. We're going to do the perimeter of the center console next. So you'll notice that we are wiping it all down as good as possible. Now this is a large piece, so you want to be careful when you remove it from the sheet. You're going to take it off the sheet gently, and of course you don't want it to stick to anything. So watch how we're pulling the long side leg pieces first, and then we're going to hold them in our hand. You want to take the piece off, make sure that the adhesive sides don't grab to any of the other adhesive sides. So when you remove this big octopus-like piece, just put it down, and you can stick the adhesive legs to any of the wood pieces if you want. As long as you don't let it stick to itself, you'll be okay. If it does stick to itself, just simply pull it off slowly, and then you can see here how we're about to lay it down on the wood area now. We're going to just make sure that we're not letting anything touch itself, if that makes sense. So grab the long legs that run along the armrest area and just stick that to the wood. So the first thing we want to do is just below the sliding handle, just go straight across. So you notice here, we are going straight across. You don't want to stretch it. It shouldn't need any stretching. So just take your time, place it down, and once you get it nice and tight, you'll see how this pattern fits really, really nice. So again, going around the corners is key. You want to make sure that the alignment is all about the edges and the corners and line them all up. So we basically just put it on there and tuck down the passenger side and the rear first. Then you see how we're making it straight across. And then now we're going for the alignment at the center. And then we continue, push it down. You just have to get it set in these corners and make sure the corners are good. Then extend all of the legs out. If you get anything underneath it, just pick it off. You might pick up a hair, you might pick up something, who knows. And lay it down just like this, all the way across. Line up that edge at the top or the side in this case. Then you can always make adjustments. Just notice here how we're just pulling it a little bit. This is really good to do because you're getting the air out while you're installing it or before you install it. And these little wrinkles you'll notice you'll get from time to time, they just lift right out. Just keep lifting up, tucking it, wrapping it around. It'll fit perfect. Have faith. Now you notice here that we're going to push some air out. So push the air towards the sides, up, down, front, left, right, forward, backward. Everything you need to do just to push the air out. Again, we can't stress it enough. We've sold lots of these for the Model 3 and the Model Y. And every time you have any type of air issues, it always is a result of not pushing it out. So again, the squeegee is really, really key here. Just push it all out. And then you'll see that we've got all the edges on the side, the driver's side. And just keep going. And then now just line those edges up nice. If you have to make a little adjustment, pull it back. You just take your time. Once it's on, it's going to be great. It's going to hold for a long time. Just smooth it out as we're going here. And you'll see how nice it fits. Okay, so again, even on these radiuses, you just got to push the air out and down and around. But the alignment is great. Fits really, really nice. Again, down, down, down. We're pushing the air out and down. And we're going to make a nice groove along the side edge. Now for the back edges, at the rear, just lift it up, get a nice straight line. You see how we're using the edge as our guide, and we're putting that straight down. And once it's on that edge perfect, it's going to wrap around the other side perfect. And if you're a little high or a little low, just making little adjustments is all you got to do. Again, don't be afraid about repositioning. You don't want to look at this and realize later on that you have a piece out of the area you don't want it in. So don't be afraid to just lift it up, smooth it out, get all the wrinkles out. The carbon fiber is very thick. So this and the matrix are the thickest types, and you'll get the best results. One thing we want to mention is the smoothness. Now, the wood is not very smooth. The wood in the car is rough and porous because it is a real open pore wood, and the surface is not smooth. So the thicker the material, the better results you're going to get, because you're going to have a smoother finish where you're not going to notice the wood grain like you would if you were using a thin vinyl. So the carbon fiber and the matrix are the thickest. Anyway, let's continue on here. You can see how we're going down the edge, all the way down. And now we're going to go underneath and around the wireless charging pad. So you can see here that you're just using the squeegee, and then you just got to hang over, sit in the driver's seat when you do this, and you're going to go right underneath. So don't worry, the key thing here is to line up the aluminum rails at the bottom. So you don't want the carbon fiber overlapping the aluminum rails. So you line up the aluminum rail all the way down, and then you use the squeegee here to squeegee upward underneath the charging pad. So the guide, or the angle, is the aluminum rails. But see how you just tuck it in here? Just lift it up. If you get any little wrinkles, tuck it in. And you can always smooth out any edges or peel up any edges if you happen to be on the aluminum rails. So stay away from them. Okay, so we're going to keep on going now, all the way down. And again, just smooth it out. And we did get a perfect install the first time with our young installer Ryan here installing his first full wrap. So again, you really can't make a mistake unless you tear it. And tearing 3M 2080 vinyl is very hard to tear. So we're going to keep on going all the way down. And just make sure all the surfaces are nice and smooth. Again, any kind of wrinkles you might get where the material likes to bunch up, just lift it up. Just peel it up real slow. Push the air out. Smooth it out. See how this is just really easy to work with. And then push the air towards the sides. Same thing here, and then all the way down the aluminum rails. It won't overlap. This pattern is cut by Expel, and it is awesome. It completely fit all of the parts. We did widen the door panels. We wanted to make them easier and make sure we have full wood coverage. Again, because of the fact that you don't want to see the wood, and this will protect it, and there's nothing to worry about. So again, just lift up the long leg piece on the side, line it up on the top edge, the edge to the center glove box storage area, and just run it right down that edge. See how easy it is? Trust us, it's very easy. It looks like this is monotonous in a way, but it will work out great. And then again, you just got to get the air out, so you got to always be squeegeeing, and then you're going to wrap it over. So this is a vinyl wrap. See how it just wraps around and down the edge. You smooth the edge out, and then you get your squeegee and push the squeegee down, 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 down. And tuck it in everywhere. And then go over everything again. It's also good to go over everything maybe after you do it all. But there it is, the center console. It's all done. Okay, now we're working on part 2, and this is a 2-piece part. This is the actual cup holder that's inside or below the armrest part, the retractable part. So just keep on going. And you'll notice that we just lay this piece right down inside. It's 2 pieces. Expel decided to make it like this. It's a lot easier than trying to do a 1-piece. It fits perfect all the way around. Smooth it out. Get all of the air bubbles out. Then just tuck it down and press the air out. Okay, that does the bottom half. And now we'll move on. And after we push all the air out, get all the wrinkles down. See how it just works? It pushes the air out. The squeegee is your best friend. So again, we're going to include a nice urethane squeegee. And it's used for a lot of things, yep. Now we're going to peel the upper piece off and just put it in your hand and start at the peninsula. Hope I said that in the beginning. Start right at the peninsula, wrap the peninsula around first. Okay, just keep on going and place it in stretch it all the way to the sides, lay it right around the chrome edge. Zoom in here on the video if you have any issues. We didn't want to crop it. We just wanted everyone to see how it works great. There's no issues. It's easy to put down. And again, it's going to grab onto that wood finish. Just push all the air out, push down, apply some pressure. And next, we're moving on to the dashboard. The dashboard in front of the driver. Just pull it off. We switched positions there, sorry about that. And again, you'll notice that on the left edge there, there's a little cut area. That's for the overlap, because this is going to wrap around and over. And just lay it all down on the chrome edge. The chrome edge is your guide. Just get it right on the chrome edge so you're not showing any of the wood. And then this little piece here is going to tuck behind the display. And again, if you have a turning display in your Tesla, it will be very easy to lay it down if you turn the display away and out. If you don't, you're going to have to just do a lot of reaching over like we did. Again, same thing. Lift it up, reposition it, and make sure on the edge closest to the door on both sides that you're leaving a little bit of room for the overlap. And you'll see that it's called the miter cut, but this is just the way to get a nice smooth finish on the lower left side where the material is not bunching up or overlapping, so it's basically a cutout section. And you'll see that right about one more second or two. And lay it right down, lift it up, check that edge, check it, check it, check it. Just make sure that all the wood is covered, and if you have to move it, it's really easy. So we like to make a nice ridge. See how even using a finger or a squeegee, you can push everything out. And then watch how it wraps around and over. It's really a perfect pattern from 3M cut on our laser plotters. And it rolls right around. You just keep pushing and pushing. It rolls all the way to the edge. It looks so factory. So again, fingers and squeegees. Now notice the end piece. This is what I was referring to. You just push that straight down on the edge. It wraps around the edge. Same thing behind the screen. We're going to go on a high angle and show you how this works. So this is going to go down smoothly. You again are going to go for the back of the dashboard or just right behind the display to make sure you're going nice and straight. And again, use a finger, and then as soon as you find a good spot where it's lined up nicely, you just press it down. Then we're going to show you how the pattern works behind the screen when we do the other side. Get your squeegee in there, even though it's very tight, and smooth it all out so it will stick and grab. Also, we didn't show the cleaning of this piece, but this wood piece has to be very clean. So smooth it out, push the air, push the air, push the air. Okay, now we're going to switch over to the other side. And now we're going to use the other long piece and pull it off the pattern, clean it, clean it, clean it. Clean it with rubbing alcohol. Clean it really, really good. And again, this piece here is just like the driver's side. It's going to wrap right around. It's going to fit perfect. So I'll just let it keep going here. There's not much to say any different except the positioning. You'll notice that you have to have that overlap. So you just follow the pattern and watch the chrome rail at the bottom of the wood piece. Stay off of the chrome. If you go on it, lift it up, reposition it, move it up and down, and then just tack it down everywhere all the way across. And when you get to the display, you're just sliding your thumb back and forth to make sure you're not sitting on the chrome. Take the excess piece, put it right in the back, and don't worry about that for now. We'll get to that after we smooth out everything over the glove box. That's a good reference. So see how you just lift it up, tuck it down, get it really close to the monitor, and then use a finger to tack it. The finger is going to make it a real nice, smooth surface. Smoothing it out. Anytime you see the wood showing, just lift it up, put it right back down, and make sure you're right on the wood. Yep, looks great. Then the squeegee is good. You can go across there and put a little groove in it. Now we're gonna tack down more of it. Right now we're only at the front edge, but see how we're pushing the air out. Pushing, pushing, pushing. Push that air out. Get it all the way out. You can see there's actual little bubbles and they move right out. So just push it all the way down and there's your end piece. Wrap it around and over. It fits amazing. If you need to readjust it, don't be afraid to pull it up. But again, you're just trying to cover the wood, so the little V-shaped edge there helps you do that. And now you're going to keep pushing it all down. And then we're going to go behind the monitor to push down the last piece, which is going to meet up with the other side that you already did. So let's continue here, and we'll get a little better angle. And then you can see you're just going to be laying it down nice and flat. Okay, we got a little high angle here, up high. And you can see we're just extending it across. Now this will be a little tough, but hopefully it won't be that bad if you've got a display that can be turned. But it'll bunch up here a little bit, so as long as you get the middle down good and you use the squeegee to tuck it in, you get it all the way to the back. And now you can see where the two pieces are going to meet up. Now this is a small little section where it overlaps, but sometimes you have to give it a little tuck or a little tug. And now we're moving on to the door. Now the door panel is very easy. It's like the one we did in the showroom or our display room. And again, it's the same thing. Clean it good, line it up over the aluminum piece, and put down one side. Go all the way across the bottom. Make sure you're not on that aluminum rail, and then press that edge down. When you're pushing it down and pushing it down, it's going to guarantee that it's going to stick and hold, and then you can use your finger to just keep going up and up and up. And then you're just pushing some spots down. The material stretches automatically and nicely. Then get your squeegee and push the air out. See, it's pretty simple. You're just pushing the air out left and right and up and down. And then you just tuck the top in. So again, we designed this to be tucked in all along the top. So the squeegee will work great. The one we give you Just keep on tucking it in all the way down across the top edge. Slide it down the diagonal piece. And then that piece is done. Okay, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. After you repeat that door, just do all the doors the same way. And then in the back seat in the Model S, you'll have one cup holder to do and the armrest in the center. Everything else is done. The wood is covered. There'll be a couple pieces over the seat in the back, right behind the seats on the top. That'll make sense for S owners. Thank you again for watching.